What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tyrsky. Today we have a short checklist what we have to do today. First one is the lake still on ice. Number two, we're gonna patch a hole in the roof. Then there's an old screw hole that we need to patch up with fiberglass, and we're gonna do it today. And third one, lots and lots of sanding. So here's what we're gonna do. This is the problem. There used to be a horn over here, and there's still the screw holes left over here. It has been filled up, but there's a small hole over here. So I thought that we should do that properly, and to fill the hole, we're gonna sand this part away, and we're gonna laminate a little bit of fiberglass on top of it. And after that, we're gonna wait for 24 hours, and then I'm gonna paint it with a top coat. And after that, we are ready for the larger surfaces. So yeah, let's get going. Okay, that is pretty much done. Focus. Oh, I'm on manual focus. Yes, now it's focused. So I'm gonna let that dry until tomorrow. Then a light sanding and the top coat after that. So phase 2 completed, and now we move into the sanding part. So then a little break over here. So this part that I'm starting right now is the thing that people usually warn about owning a wooden boat, because usually the first thing that people ask me after I have told them that I have a wooden boat is that that must be a lot of work, and I could never do that. I could never own a wooden boat because it's so much work. But yeah, it is work. You have to use a few days every spring to maintain the boat. But if your boat is generally in good shape, as this one is, it is not that much of a work. It's not that much of a work after all. Basically, it takes 2 days to do the basic stuff. First, sanding all the varnished parts on the outsides lightly, and then varnishing them with one layer of new varnish. And after you have done that, the varnish will stay good for the season, and then you have to do it again every springtime. But it basically takes like one or 2 days to do all the mandatory stuff. Of course, sometimes there are bigger stuff, as I had this spring, for example, the hatches that I did in the previous episodes. So those things tend to take a bit longer, but the basic stuff, if you have a boat that is in good shape, it's only a few days, and that's pretty much it. If you compare it to fiberglass boat, for example, you also have to do stuff to those also. You have to wax it, and you have to polish it, and you have to fix some minor stuff on the hull, all the dents and scratches and stuff like that. So if you love your boat, you're gonna spend some time maintaining it also. Doing this stuff is a major part about the hobby for me. I like repairing stuff as much as I do love boating in general, so yeah. So this is what we're gonna do. First of all, I'm gonna go around the hull in the waterline area and under it, because there are some flakes in the paint, and I wanna get rid of those. So I'm gonna take the sander, and I'm gonna do little patches which I'm gonna sand and then paint. I'm not gonna go through the whole bottom of the boat, but just the spots that need to be taken care of. The paint otherwise is in quite good shape, and I see no reason to paint it again at whole. And after that, I'm gonna take 180 grit paper, and I'm gonna go through the whole hull and dampen the shine from the old varnish, so the new varnish will stick better. And after that, the sanding moves into the cabin area, outside of the cabin, and then some parts also need to be taken care of on the cabin on the inside. But probably today is gonna be about the patches under the waterline and then the hull. So let's get going. So there, it took something like maybe a half an hour, 45 minutes to sand the other side of the hull, and that is the single most daunting task you have to do yearly to your boat. So yeah, of course it's a lot easier to do this when you have the proper tools, but before I used the orbital sander, the boat we had before this one, I just used Scotch-Brite to sand the hull, and that was also quite okay, because you don't really have to sand it very hard. You just need to break the surface, and after that the new varnish will stick into the old one. Okay, so the rest of it must be sanded by hand, because the sander won't fit into the holes over there, so it's sandpaper and Scotch-Brite from here on. I think that's it for today. Next time we're gonna start working with painting stuff and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll see you then. So remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. See ya. Bye.